How goes it, YouTube? Today is Wednesday for me, but happy whatever day it is that you're watching this. And do me a favor, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to this video. Okay, in today's video, guys, we're going to be reacting to how Nikocado manipulated all of us. Now, a little background. Nikocado Avocado and Stephanie Soo are mukbanger YouTubers. And the past couple weeks, Stephanie had released a video about saying that she's scared of Nikocado Avocado. In that video, she had said that he was trying to pressure her or bullying her, victimized to another YouTuber, Veronica, about like a slight disagreement that they had, and he tried to make it worse or made it seem like she was the victim out of a situation, which it wasn't even that kind of situation. And then on top of that, he had played to get to know her and ended up going to her house and taking photographs of her house without her permission, made her feel extremely uncomfortable and like she was being bullied by him having this information on her. And she had stated that something had happened to her, like someone had broken into her home. And in that whole situation, she's really private about her home, and that's in her right. But he had did a video a few days ago to counteract what she was saying that she's a liar and that her whole YouTube channel is a facade persona, that she isn't really who she says she is, that she's fake and she lies about everything, and that everything she had stated in her previous video about him that she's scared of him, that it's all lies, and that he had like slight receipts here and there about her being a liar. And so this is the video counteracting what he says about calling her a liar. So that's the background, and we're only going to watch about 13 to 15 minutes of his video because it's pretty long. It's like a 52-minute video, and we're going to watch up to that point, and then we'll hash out what we've heard so far, and I'll tell you my opinion about what we see, and see who which side do I agree with. And yeah, so we're gonna watch about 15 minutes and let's get to this video. And if you guys want to see the full video, you can always go to Stephanie Soo's channel and watch the full video. Okay, so let's get to this video.
Hi, we're back here. I've got my computer on this side, my fiance on this side, and a bunch of waters here, and we're just gonna jump into it because today's video, I never thought that I would ever be making this video, because when I said that I wanted to move on, I really truly did want to move on. I wanted to work on healing myself, trying to turn something bad into something somewhat positive, and just try to be happy again. But it just seems like Nick cannot help himself but continue to lie to me, manipulate his friends, manipulate the truth, manipulate my words, and manipulate you guys. He thinks that he showed a lot of receipts that really have nothing to do with the situation, and I actually have a lot of proof, evidence, receipts, whatever you call it, and a lot of this stuff I had prior to making my first video, that honestly, if Nick had these receipts, he would have pulled them out when he made that first video, but I chose not to because this was not supposed to be drama. This was supposed to be me voicing my concern for my safety, my home privacy, and how I felt about another creator abusing their platform. But Nick, if you want to bring out all of the petty receipts and try to assassinate my character, then here you go. With that being said, please...
That's a pretty heavy term, assassinate my character. I guess because he said that she's lying about everything and saying that, she has a persona. So, yeah, I guess assassinate your character. It's pretty deep.
Keep two things in mind. I'm going to be referencing two things a lot throughout the entirety of the video. The first being that there is unreleased footage that Nick has, and only he has it, and it's of the second mukbang that we filmed with me, Nick, and Zach. Now, this is the footage that is him interrogating me. He thinks I set him up and made faces in it. I was actually just so...
Please excuse the cat background.
So freaking terrified and scared in that moment. He refuses to release it for whatever reason. Please release it. You have my full consent, and let the people decide, was I making faces to set you up, or was I truly scared? Now, the second thing I'm going to be...
Okay, that's pretty cool, asking him to release a mukbang so that we can decide on whether she was being dramatized and just making faces, or she was actually scared. you know, that's a good thought. That's a good thought.
Referencing is my home security footage. Now, I'm unable to release it to the public because California law, but Nick, give me your consent because you claim that I lied about so many things, whereas my home security footage says otherwise. So give me your consent if you truly think I'm a liar, if you truly think I'm a manipulator, if you truly think that your side is the truth, let me release the footage. So those are the two things that I'll be referencing. Other than that, everything else I have evidence for, so I'm just gonna get started with the video. So Nick starts off his video talking about my house, which is a topic that it seems that he very much likes to talk about in videos on his channel. And I'm a little bit thrown off by this because he completely tried to assassinate my character with no proof of what actually happened.
There's that term
and he
again,
said that the
assassinate my
minute
character.
that he came over, I gave him this crazy whirlwind tour showing off, saying guess how much that couch was, guess how much that oven was, and telling him about all of these things. That is not what happened. When have I ever showed off to you, Nick? It seems like you talk about my house more than I do.
Let's first talk about her house. How jealous, but also happy for her. Like, but jealous. Doesn't she have one of those ovens? It's like a 5-layer oven. Who uses that? I don't know. I really want a beautiful kitchen like Stephanie's. Her kitchen is perfect. Just because Stephanie has a beautiful house, which she does.
It's 2 videos.
I'm not saying like, oh, Stephanie's, I low-key need that security system. I mean, a cat will walk by and the fire department will come, okay?
And all of what you saw in those videos are prior to him ever being invited into my home. And the only conversation that we had of my house prior to you entering my home.
Okay, guys, that kind of is a little, I don't know, that's, you're looking at her house prior to coming to her house and mentioning it, but saying that you never asked. Right.
Was this. You asked me, we are renting our own place, finally, LOL, and saving to buy a nice home in the future. How are you liking your new house? And I said, oh my god, yay, that's so exciting. It'll be so much more comfortable to film and stuff. I'm always paranoid when family's around that I'm being too loud. And it's nice to have some space to breathe since I'm always home, LOL. But now he claims the minute he came over, I said, did you see my oven? Did you look at it? He spoke about my oven prior to coming over to my house.
Like a 5-layer oven. Who uses that?
And then he goes on to talk about more about money. You think I'd get murdered before you do?
You have the most money.
Does it work like that?
Rich bis. I would buy that over regular bis. Because I'm a rich bis. Oh, he's rich.
I did not say
You guys,
that. I did not say that.
I got a ride in her Tesla today. Wow.
Nick, no, I never showed off to you. And it seems like you are the one that likes to talk about it, and you are the one that likes to put words to it, such as, what's the name of your fancy security system? I want the best of the best for my future home. You were the one that came into my home under the disguise of wanting to ask questions for your future home, saying, oh my gosh, is that fancy Viking oven? You pointed at my pot filler and asked me if it was a pasta noodle dryer. You asked me how much my couch was. Then I took you into a different room, and then you saw my other couch, and then you said, is that the same couch Trisha Paytas has? How much is that one?
And I think you were happy to show it off to me.
I would never show that off to you or anyone for that matter. And your big waha moment in your video was that you said that I let you take a picture in front of me. So everything I said prior to that was a lie. Oh, how could I ever be uncomfortable or feel unsafe when I was right there when you took one picture, right? Well, this is a picture that you showed in your video. And then you said that you took it because you wanted to see my lighting setup, which I do remember. You said, can I take a picture of your lighting setup? I said yes. I don't know about you, but typically I'd like to get a closer shot of the actual lighting setup if I wanted a picture of the lighting setup. When I did go to the restroom, you did take pictures behind my back. And I didn't approve of those pictures. And you kept trying to make it seem like I'm crazy, I'm a manipulator for being scared of you releasing these pictures. So then you went on to release the exact pictures that I would never want on the internet. You released a picture of my kitchen with my security feed straight dab in the middle, and you didn't have the courtesy to blur it out. I don't know what you were interested in that picture. Was it the kitchen cabinets? Because you could have gotten more of the cabinets from a different angle. Was it the curtain? Because you could have gotten more of the curtain from a different angle. Now, I, without your consent, cannot release the security footage of you taking pictures when I go to the restroom, but you release this picture. And if you zoom in closely, you're alone in my kitchen taking this picture.
Okay, like if you're gonna be unbiased right now, when he took a picture of that whole room when he said that he wanted to do the lighting setup, you would want to zoom in on the lighting area. But I can see if you're just doing it quickly, you just took a picture of the whole area and didn't think nothing of it, then, that can be a slide. I would give him, a pass, partially a pass.
So you took the picture when I was in the bathroom?
I've never recorded anyone ever without their consent. I took a photo with her consent.
And then you went on to further...
Now, that is a bit much. Like, what are you doing?
Assassinate my character by
You're
saying that
camera.
You and Orlin were FaceTiming and I gave him another whirlwind tour of how much money
Second
this
lie.
couch is. And that's not true. You went around the living areas, you pointed at the couch, you pointed at my countertops. Orlin asked me if it was quartz or marble, and I said, I think it's terracotta. And you guys said, no, that's a pattern, doesn't mean anything. And I said, oh, okay, I don't know then. Seeing this was weird just because I don't know anyone who takes screenshots of FaceTimes. Speaking of FaceTiming Orlin, this is where my fiance wants to say a couple words. You do a lot of these micro-aggressive things that nobody could really talk about. And that's why I felt so scared to talk in my first video, because technically, are you really that scary, I thought? But these are the things that you do. You take pictures, you post it. I don't know why you ever would think that that's okay to post.
I mean, it's just a little strange, when he was showing, he said, hey, let me show you what food we're eating. He switched the camera on his phone, but instead of pointing the camera down onto the kitchen counter, it was
where the food is.
But it was to my face for a good 3 seconds. So my reaction was, okay, now this is awkward. Do I act like I don't know what's going on? Do I say something? Do I turn around? But at the same time, I don't want to overreact. It's just a little weird and uncomfortable.
It's like one of those things.
Okay. An unbiased response could be like, oh, he accidentally got him in the photo. But for a non-biased response, and I do follow her channel, her fiance is a very private person. He never shows his face. He always keeps that private. Like, he always wears either a mask, a panda mask or some type of mask, or he doesn't show his face and she'll put like a happy face and you won't see anything but his hands or anything. You'll hear him talking, but that's it. So that kind of sounds sketch. But if unbiased response, it could have just been a swap of the hands, because you accidentally can do that when you're taking pictures of something, it's in your face or not. But if he saw that it was facing down, he flipped it up facing front, that kind of is sketchy. That kind of is a little, looking for, reaching.
Where you can't call him out on it and be like, what are you doing? Because then you seem insane. But it's also another thing because Nick knows that my fiance is very private. He doesn't really like being in front of cameras.
It's kind of also like the picture.
Yeah.
It's like you ask, then that's okay. But when you do it so weirdly, then I don't want to seem like I'm so sensitive. So that's why after he switched the camera to the food, I walk up to him and introduce myself, because I don't want to seem like I'm this guy that's
like you're so important.
I pretend like I don't know what's going on. So I just want to take charge and say, hey, let me just properly introduce myself, or instead of pretending, nothing happened.
You do something and it makes people uncomfortable, but they can't voice their concerns because they would seem like the crazy ones. And then if they do voice your concerns, you say something like, it was just innocent admiring of her home.
I was admiring her furniture, and this is innocent stuff. It's not like I walked into her house like this.
You did not come into our house doing this, but you did a lot of things that we weren't comfortable with.
Why would you lie about why would you lie about something like that?
Okay, so give me your consent to release the security footage.
There's another thing actually on
It's
Zach's channel. At the end of it, there's like one piece of chicken left. And we turn off the cameras and we go, well, how Zach does his collabs is very similar to mine. Remember, say we know how to edit? We're YouTubers, we edit all the time. Zach literally, every time, say he's eating a chicken leg, he'll eat the chicken leg, and when he's done, he'll cut it. Take a break, wipe the sweat off, it's very hot in his box. Take some water, adjust the mics, think of what's gonna happen next, and then go for it. So we edit after every chicken leg or every bite. And the last scene, we had discussed, it was Stephanie's idea that she would have the last leg, and I would look at her like, ooh, what you doing?
I didn't know YouTubers did that. Well, mukbanger YouTubers, that after every bite, like he's saying, is to wipe off your sweat and take a drink and then continue. Interesting.
Because I'm, the fat pig that loves to eat. And it was literally following what me and Trisha had done, where we sat there with our noodles and we looked at each other and we glared. Well, people are taking that clip now and saying, Here's proof of Nick looking at Stephanie all creepily. And that was her idea. I didn't even realize until when I watched the video that I was like, she wasn't looking back at me either. It was a YouTube video. There was no thought into it, looking at each other. She didn't even look at me. And I say to myself, why would she say to do this, where we look at each other, who's going to go for last chicken leg, and then when the cameras are rolling, she just looks at the screen as if she doesn't know what I'm doing over there. Like, what the hell, man?
This is one of those moments where I saw this video and you had said this blatant lie with so much conviction, no evidence, just such a strong voice that I was like, did I do that? And so I reached out to Zach, and he has the full unedited version of that, and this is what happened.
Her second guessing herself.
I got you some good comments. So she had the last thing, right? We were eating, I was just sitting here, I was going like this.
Interesting.
Like, just be real, man. Just be real.
And that was her idea. I didn't even realize until when I watched the video that I was like, she wasn't looking back at me either. Why would she say to do this, where we look at each other, who's going to go for last chicken leg, and then when the cameras are rolling, she just looks at the screen as if she doesn't know what I'm doing over there.
Wow.
We were eating, I was just sitting
That's
here, I was
another
going
lie you got caught in, Nick. You are digging yourself in the hole,
What
buddy.
the hell, man?
Literally,
So,
you made the
are you
whole thing
lying,
up.
or is that footage lying?
Okay.
Now, the next thing that he brings up in his video is about Veronica. The way that he approached this topic, I thought was so incredibly manipulative, because he made it seem like I had this dirty little secret, and I don't. These are receipts that really didn't matter in the long span of things, and I think that the reason he didn't understand that or didn't care to is because maybe he doesn't know the difference between talking to someone and then posting it together onto the internet versus talking about someone and then posting it onto the internet. Those are very, very different things. So I'm going to read you guys some of the text messages that he showed, because he failed to read a lot of the important parts of it. I wanted to make this docuseries, and I wanted to highlight not only everything that happened with Shook Bung, and including what happened between Veronica and I, but also all of the personal conflicts that were involved. I wanted it to be less drama focused, but more about the personal struggles behind all of the decisions that were made. My goal would be that things that need to be talked out can be, and would shine a new perspective and light onto all parties involved.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. Okay. It said the 12 minutes and 48-second mark, for if you guys wanted to go check out her channel and watch the rest of it, because it's 52 minutes long. So I stopped it right there. From what I've seen so far, it's like he's literally gotten caught in a couple lies that he said so far. Like, for the fact that he was taking pictures without her permission, saying that, oh, I wasn't going around being traumatized, but he was actually taking pictures, and she had it on camera, and she was asking him to let her release the footage so people can see that he's lying. And I doubted whether he's going to let her release the footage because of that fact, because it's going to prove that he's a liar. And then the fact that he basically said that it was all her idea to do that weird little stare thing that he did. What's up with that? Why are you looking over at her like that, like with that kind of look, like glaring at her for what? Well, how is that bringing effect? Like, that's weird. You're gonna say that that's her idea and that you didn't even look at me? Like, you lie? Interesting. You're a character. You like drama. And I guess in your opinion, drama brings more people because people like negativity and like drama. So you're like, okay, I will start this with her, with somebody that's not problematic, and get this going. So far, she's proven that he's, lied about quite a few things, and so far, it seems like she's more on that side, and that she said she was scared of him, and he told her that she's not, but she is. So I'm kind of leaning more towards her side because his side's looking a little sketchy. So, what are your guys' thoughts about this whole dramatic situation that he's bullying her, that he's pushing her to do stuff that she didn't want to do? Like, why? What's the purpose? There's no purpose to bullying anybody. Like, and she's entitled to her own opinion. Like, if he's bullying her and she tells, like, dude, you're bullying me, back up, and I'm doing a video so that you can't do anything to stop anything with any footage or any kind of anything. So that anything that she could possibly think that he can do with the camera footage or with anything that he has that can hold it against her. Like, what the heck? And, that's kind of, messed up. And I understand that she's scared, that because he seems a little bit off. He seems a little bit kind of crazy, especially when some of the mukbangs I've seen, like tidbits of it, he seems a little eccentric, a little extra. A little bit. Just a little bit. And the stuff he says is a little off, So I understand her being scared. So, just let me know how you guys think or what you guys think below. And thank you so much for watching. You can always check out her channel to see the full video, see everything she says, because I'm going to actually sit and watch the rest of it. And yeah, so if you guys comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Bye.